A man moved into a new apartment with just his dog. After some time, strange things started happening. The place turned into a nightmare as he began hearing loud noises and saw objects moving on their own. His dog, Jackson, kept barking at certain spots in the house. One day, Jackson acted weird, staring non-stop at an open closet. The man decided to record it, hoping to catch something on camera. Not long after, he ended his lease and moved out. Watch closely.
Jackson is like laser focused on this right now. He won't, like, you alright? I know. I think something's wrong. I don't know. I hear noises, but I'm not even sure. Are you kidding me right now? There is no way that just happened. There is no way that just happened. There is no way.
Something suddenly flies out from inside the shelf, leaving him completely shocked. Just a few seconds later, his dog turns around and starts barking at another door when it all happens.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Jackson. Jackson. What's wrong? There's banging and stuff.
The dog reacts by barking aggressively at the door, and just moments later, the door shuts on its own. The dog keeps barking at it. Taking this as enough evidence, he shows the footage to his landlord, explains everything that's been happening, and moves out right away without a second thought. Haley, a 24-year-old from Mississippi, had a chilling Randonautica experience that shocked viewers. Many still wonder if it was real or just a disturbing setup. Here's what happened. Haley's journey starts with a 15-minute drive to the coordinates given by the Randonautica app. She reaches a remote spot, gets out of her car, and starts filming. However, while focusing on her surroundings, she doesn't notice one important detail.
All right, going randonauting, and it took us to this park in the middle of nowhere, so let's see what we find. All we see so far is like trees.
A person is hiding behind a tree, watching Haley closely as she keeps exploring. A woman shows up in the distance.
A bridge. I think we have to go over this bridge, and our location's a little down there. What the what should we keep going?
The woman is wearing a long, old-style dress and is walking slowly, but with purpose across the green field. Haley pauses, feeling like she should go back, but it's already too late.
What the Oh my god, is she following us?
The woman got very close, and then the video suddenly cuts off, leaving viewers with a chilling question: what happened next? When Haley shared the video on TikTok, it quickly went viral. People were shocked, especially because Haley hadn't even seen the person behind the tree at first. Many were worried about her safety. Some viewers believed the encounter was real and warned Haley not to go alone again. Others think it might have been planned. But since there's been no update from Haley, the mystery still hasn't been solved. Some mysteries, it seems, are better left that way. In this video, a man had just moved into a new studio apartment when weird things began to happen. It all began while he was taking some pictures and checking them on his computer, and he saw something odd. Take a look.
Just got finished checking my whole apartment. I just found out, oh my god, I just found out you can connect your camera to your computer that doesn't have a webcam, and you can use your phone as a camera. Okay, so I was on the photo booth app. I was just like, okay, let me play around with it. I haven't used this in forever, and oh my god, I'm here. I was taking the photos, whatever, and I was looking back at them, and I saw that there's this black line, and it's because my cabinet opened a little bit. And I went to the next one, and I don't even know why this is like lit up back here. You know, this is like the thermal photo thing, and it's like lit up. So I kept going to the next one, and I swear I freaked out because one, I don't know how it opened, but two, I swear that's like a face right there. Like it's literally like I don't understand like what that could be. Like it's literally a face, and I'm like I'm freaking out right now. And the next one, like the computer started glitching, so it took, I don't know what this is, and then I took a photo. When I realized, it just like snapped a photo automatically. But I swear that's, and I've already checked. I checked my whole apartment, and this, I thought maybe it was up this because this is black up here, but it was on the second shelf. Like it was not up, it was right here, and there's nothing that looks anything remotely like that.
As he looks through each picture, he sees that one of the cabinets in the back opens by itself, and a strange heat signal shows up inside it. Soon after, a creepy face appears. He checked everything carefully and found nothing that could have made it look like a face. Later that night, he hears sounds coming from his closet, so he starts recording and catches something truly scary.
Oh my god, do you guys see that? House!
The clothing hangers start moving and shaking on their own, then something falls to the floor. But what's even scarier is the gap on the left side of the closet. When the light flickers, a pale, scary face can be seen looking through the gap, staring right at him. On another night, he hears the tap turning on by itself.
Okay, so it's 3 o'clock in the morning again right now. The water in my tub turning on and off and on and off. It's been going on for a few minutes. I'm gonna go see what's going on. It's been going on for a few minutes now. Oh, my shot glasses. This.
The strange things keep getting worse since the night he took those pictures. He also says the activity stops when the lights are on, which is why he's only using a small flashlight. Later, he posts an update video explaining everything and decides to set up security cameras all over the apartment. It doesn't take long before the cameras catch creepy things happening.
Hey there. I thought it'd be a good time to update you guys on my haunted apartment and the stuff that's been going on. Things have been getting increasingly worse, and recently it's been really active at night while I sleep. I've been waking up with a lot of bruises and scratches, usually around my neck, some around my stomach, and because of it, my friends and I placed these little cameras around my apartment, and essentially the cameras start recording when it catches movement. So they're running 24 hours a day all around my apartment, and when movement is caught, it starts recording.
his closet door opens by itself. Then his bed sheets slide back on their own, and something forcefully pulls him off the bed. Scared, he quickly gets up and chooses to spend the rest of the night in his car. He keeps recording these events every night, but the question still stands: who or what is this? Ronald, our cameraman for this journey, had recently moved from North Georgia to South Georgia, hoping to escape the hauntings that plagued his old home. Unfortunately, the move didn't help. The paranormal forces followed him, and what was supposed to be a fresh start turned into a new nightmare. As Ronald spoke about his loved ones, the door behind him slammed shut on its own, and things only got worse from there. Lights shattered, chairs moved on their own, and even the attic door slammed while he was trying to hold it open.
What I've done to accommodate those who I care about, my friends, and I'll tell you what, I'm definitely have to do something about this thermostat, because the air conditioning in here, look at it, like 66 degrees. Like, I try to keep it at least 68. So I'll tell you what, family, I don't want my friends or family freezing, or I'll just get that addressed. But I'm going to show you how this room, which I call the beach room, is together. Oh, what the? All right. That door just literally slammed. All right, I'm trying to have a good night right now, and now this happens. And there's no way that the air conditioning or any kind of air is going to do that. There's no way. There is no way. Someone in here. What the hell? Look at that closet there. That looks like it's been... If there's somebody in this closet, it's not gonna go well. What the hell's going on here? What? Oh, what the? All right. The bathroom door just slammed, and then now that door just slammed. That door just slammed shut. Alright? I just heard something in here now. What the? Now what the hell? What the hell happened to my lamp? Alright, now I just heard. I hear something coming from this area. Holy sh! That chair just flew out of nowhere. Holy sh! I thought turning the lights off was supposed to be a good thing. What the hell? And I don't have a whole lot of people around me. Like one of my friends, Tina, I mean, she's spiritual and she's into that stuff, but she lives too far away. All right, that light just came. All right, you guys have seen this before. You've seen this before, right? Lights flickering. What does it mean? What does it mean? I know it signifies. It's just something's in here. Something is in here. What the hell? It sounds like something's in my closet. All right, something's legit in this closet. I don't even know. Like, I'm about to find out. All right, so far nothing. It sounded like something hit the wall or something. It literally sounded like it was coming from here. Was it this thing? I think it might have been this. Wait a minute. All right. Whoa. All right, that just, look at that. Look, oh. If there's a spirit in here, is there a reason why you just got that? Oh, no way. Okay, this cannot be happening.
Ronald thought he left the ghosts behind, but they had other plans. While hiking, a group of friends came across an abandoned tunnel and decided to explore. As they entered, they were shocked to find several coffins inside. Despite the strong smell, they continued deeper into the darkness. Suddenly, they found a large room full of strange debris. Were these remnants of old rituals, or is there a logical explanation for it all? This hiker came across an unusual sight in a cave.
This would probably be someone's worst nightmare, but I think this is incredibly cool. So cool. Look at these walls. Absolutely covered. And I'm about to crawl through there to look for a snake.
The walls seemed to be covered in dark soot-like patches, but as they got closer, they realized these patches were clusters of spiders. This surprising discovery made the cave both intriguing and creepy. A family in Utah was sitting in their living room watching TV one day when, suddenly, something strange happened. Pay attention. The dog that was calmly lying on the floor was suddenly moved by an invisible force, strong enough to scare it, causing the dog to cry out and run to safety with its owners. The family doesn't know what happened to their dog, but after this, they say strange things have been happening. One night, their home security camera recorded this. A phone that was resting securely on a flat armrest suddenly falls off the chair by itself when the dog is nearby. Then, something on the table falls on its own. The family thinks something might be haunting their dog, but until they get more updates, this remains a mystery. The Randonautica app became popular by sending users to random nearby coordinates for spontaneous exploration. While it was meant to encourage outdoor adventures, many people started reporting strange and disturbing events at these locations. One evening, a Reddit user named Julia decided to try the app with her friends. As it got darker, they entered the coordinates and drove toward their random destination. But their adventure took a terrifying turn when they saw a figure in dark clothes standing still on the empty road.
It's up here. It's like over there by the light, I think. Like that one. What? Let's see. What the?
Is that,
Oh.
what is that?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Go.
Before they could react, the masked figure suddenly lunged at their car. The group screamed as they faced this unexpected terror. When they reviewed the slowed-down footage, they saw the figure wearing a shiny metallic mask, clearly hiding their identity. This raises troubling questions. Paranormal investigator Chris has explored this school before, the Robert Fulton School. At first, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Things stayed calm until an unexplained sound echoed. Chris tracked it down to an old music box. Then, another bang happened. After a deeper search, Chris found the source, a guy hiding in one of the rooms, screaming with rage and chasing him from the start.
Somebody's in there. Somebody put this in front of the door. Keep out. I bet somebody lives in here.
scared the fuck out. I'm out of here. Wow. The decay is crazy in here.
The dark figure standing on the other side of the curtain feels scary. He quickly stops looking around and runs away. I don't think he'll ever return. This next video takes place in Abdul's home, a deeply religious person who believes that our world has both watchful angels and hidden demons, constantly in a cosmic battle that most can't see. Although he lives a simple life, Abdul never expected to attract such dark attention. But the footage we're about to show breaks the idea that only powerful people face the supernatural. Sometimes, even those who think they're ordinary can find themselves facing something much darker than they ever imagined. In this part, we see disturbing evidence of a dark presence. Strange forces shake the house, reaching a peak when a sacred book is violently knocked over. At first, Abdul thought his strong faith would protect him, but when the book hit the floor, his heart raced with fear. In that moment, doubt took hold, and he had to face a terrifying thought. The unseen presence in his home wasn't an angel, but a demon intent on spreading chaos and fear. Franco TV visited an abandoned haunted asylum in Chile after hearing local stories about seeing the shadows of former patients still roaming the place. When he arrived, he tried to make contact with any spirits, but as he explored the area, things took an.
What's wrong? What's wrong? Choco. Move, let me see. There's nothing here. Let me see what's in here. That's nothing. Choco, what's wrong? It's just a toy car.
His flashlight leads him to a small toy car.
This dog, as soon as I went in for this, it just ran away. Choco! What was that?
Not thinking much of it, he leaves it on the ground, then hears a female voice.
Fuck it. I'm nervous right now. Oh, that's creepy. There's footprints here. See the footprints? It looks like barefoot. Oh no, maybe that's like a chancla or something. this point now, I got the doors as closed as I can. I have the dog outside. I don't want him interfering. Oh. I don't know if you guys can see it. But I'm getting a slight spike here. Now, a minute ago, I did hear what sounded like a squeak. I thought the door opened up. The dog is outside trying to get in. Do you want me to let the dog inside? Holy shit. Holy f***. Something just pulled the car into the other room. I'm turning on my light.
But as he explores further, he sees something.
Ooh, that is spooky. That's how I see it. It's like a little black spot there. Right when you zoom in, it looks like eyes.
In this part of the story, a girl appears to be watching him from a window.
I think that's the thing I was seeing right here. Was the top of this reflecting out, but what it looked like on my phone, it looked like a legit face.
Frank looks through the window and hears a girl's haunting voice.
Oh, that is creepy. Tell me that does not look like a freaking face. Holy.
Feeling scared, he quickly leaves the place. In the next frightening footage, a young girl plays a strange game by herself, only to encounter something that scares her deeply. A man named Kyle was making coffee and getting ready to work on his laptop when, suddenly, he heard a loud bang coming from his garage and decided to record as he went to see what happened.
Okay, I just heard a loud banging in the garage while I was pouring my coffee. What? Please do not be something weird. I cannot take anymore.
The attic string can be seen moving side to side as if someone had gone up there or touched it. He decides to go into the attic and see what's up there.
Alrighty, well, I thought I had the bright idea to shine a flashlight up in there since my phone light wouldn't reach very far. But I got up in there and realized there is a light bulb. So I'm gonna show you what I found. If I can make it up here. These are some rickety freaking steps. That is some kind of a box. And I'm too scared to go get it. Maybe after one more beer.
Inside the attic, he finds a strange black box, but doesn't go to get it. The next day, while writing a book on his laptop, he captures this.
I will tell you all about my book, which is the reason
Loud banging can be heard coming from the attic room. Finally, he decides to go and get the black box to see what's inside.
All right, I'm up here, and light bulb blue. So that's great. Now let's go get the box. Oh, goodness. What do we got going on here? This is sturdy. Okay, it's a Christmas box. Oh, where's the handle? Is there another one? Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see what's in there. Oh, is that a... There's some in there. Okay, dust here now. Okay, there had to be a freaking doll in here. Oh.
Inside the box, he finds a creepy doll and some other things. He eventually takes it out of the attic. Since then, strange things have been happening all around the house. A group of 4 men went on a peaceful overnight fishing trip deep in the Atlantic Ocean, but what they encountered was far from ordinary. While 2 men slept, the others kept watch over the boat. Then, around 3 a.m., something strange happened.
This is crazy. I heard it. I heard it. I hear it. Oh my God.
Unsettling noises echoed across the open sea, eerie and chilling sounds that didn't seem human or animal.
We got another one over here? What are those?
The men rushed to the edge of the boat, scanning the dark waters. That's when they saw it. Something was swimming alongside them. It wasn't just on one side, it was all around the boat. The sounds grew sharper and louder, almost like something was calling to them.
What are those trails called? What's something swimming fast underneath that water? Something's swimming real fast underneath that water. I hear him. Where's he at? What the is that noise, bro? What is that noise? Where are you?
The men stood frozen, watching the water ripple around them. Then, the video suddenly ends. Was it just marine life, or could it have been something more mysterious? Maybe sirens? A chilling story came from a user named Technostrobe, who was looking for answers to something he couldn't explain. On November 10th, after visiting his father's house, he got home late that night. The moment he stepped inside, a strange mechanical noise echoed through the room. He froze, and as he slowly walked forward, he realized the sound was coming from one of his tools, something that had turned on by itself. Confused and uneasy, he checked the security footage. What he saw made his blood run cold. An electric duster had been sitting untouched on the floor all day, with no one going near it. Yet, without warning, it fell over and turned on, as if an invisible force had switched it on. Even creepier, the footage showed glowing orbs floating through the room. One of them moved quickly toward the duster just before it fell. Hours later, when Technostrobe picked up the tool, it was burning hot, too hot. All he could do was stare at it, confused and shaken, knowing this wasn't normal. Something was in that room. Something he couldn't see. In 2020, a hiker posted a chilling video from Kazakhstan online with little context. In the footage, several animals appeared frozen and stiff.
Бүгін 2021 бірінші айдың 6-сы күні бүгін. Міне Жансүгірікте қой қат-қат суықтан. Мінекей көріңіз міне. Тұрған орында қатып қалған ғой.
О, мынаны қараңдар, Алматы. Табақ саққоз. Түндегі аязды қараңдар. Екі ит қатқан. Оған жерде. Не деген. Оған үстіне тышқан ба бірдеңемен келген шығар. Уақыш жан керек. Не деген аяз. Екеу видимо төбелесуге қалды ма екен өзі. Сонда бірдеңе ғой. Мынандай аяз көрген жоқпын осы уақытқа дейін. Мынандай аяз көрген жоқпын. Қашып бара жатқан ақбөкен қатқапты.
There were sheepdogs and even the rare saiga antelope. But it wasn't just that they were frozen, it was how they were frozen. Mid-motion, as if time had stopped. One dog even had a frozen mouse stuck to its back mid-climb. Some people thought the temperature must have dropped so quickly that the animals froze instantly. Others thought maybe someone had placed stuffed animals there to mess with people, but that seemed too random for such an isolated area. What do you think? On June 6, 2021, at 10 p.m., in the quiet of their bedroom, Chris and Julia settle in front of their TV, eager to watch the new season of their favorite show. The outside world fades away, and the only sounds are the scripted dialogue and the rhythmic hum of the ceiling fan. But about a third of the way through the episode, a loud crash shakes the house, so sharp it rattles the picture frames on the walls. Julia grips the blanket, her eyes wide. She refuses to leave the bed, insisting that Chris check out the source of the noise. With just the dim light from his phone's flashlight, Chris slowly walks down the hallway and finds cans knocked over and scattered on the kitchen floor. However, there's no sign of an intruder. Later, the couple watches their security footage. In the grainy black and white video, the cans lift and move on their own, as if pushed by an invisible force. Believing they've captured proof of the paranormal, Chris and Julia reach out to their local priest to cleanse the house. For viewers intrigued by the unknown, the couple promises more updates if the entity lets them record its presence again. A recent video shared by paranormal investigator Ghost Inspector Greg has caused a lot of buzz online, leaving viewers divided about what was caught on camera. The eerie footage, taken from a homeowner's security camera, starts with a tense moment as the resident nervously looks around their living room.
That's swing again.
For a brief moment, a black humanoid shape appears to peek around a corner, staying for just a split second before quickly disappearing from view.
There he is. Okay, we're gonna catch him and take his time. Can you tell me what you want? And he's gone.
The homeowner keeps checking the basement.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go? You back there? I see you, buddy. Can you tell me what you need?
Over and over, he sees something dark and quick moving in the shadows.
Oh, he does not like the light. I don't need to use the light, man.
As expected, the clip quickly went viral in paranormal communities, with many viewers convinced this was clear evidence of a shadow person, an infamous phenomenon often described in ghost stories as dark, featureless human shapes that disappear as soon as they're seen.
I'll put the light away. He wants to play.
When the homeowner later searched the house thoroughly, no signs of forced entry, footprints, or any disturbance were found. What do you think? Was this shadowy figure supernatural or just a trick of our imagination? Share your thoughts in the comments. Alex never expected to find deleted footage that confirmed his uneasy feelings at work. The 1960s warehouse where he worked had always felt like it was occupied. Security cameras finally captured proof when a shadowy figure quickly moved behind a heavy door, which then slammed shut with unbelievable force. Even more chilling, the old door usually took a lot of effort to move. Despite testing it thoroughly, Alex could never make the door close on its own like that again. One night, a man heard knocking on his door. Not knowing who or what it could be, he decided to open it, but found nobody there. A few days later, he started experiencing paranormal events in his home, and one evening, he managed to capture this.
Tem alguém aí? Foi você, Branca? Quem tá aí? Oi! Oi! Alexa, liga a luz do banheiro, Alexa.
Tudo bem.
Não pode ser. Oi! Quem tá aí? Oi!
A dark, shadowy figure can be seen quickly passing through the kitchen doorway before disappearing. When he enters the room, there's nothing there, but an object moves on its own. So, is this a real ghost caught on camera? You decide. Clayton, a gym enthusiast and dedicated gamer, was in the middle of a simple workout when strange sounds began echoing through his home, drawing him from one room to another. The noise eventually led him back to his workout station, where the machine's pins suddenly dropped to the floor on its own. Trying to stay calm, Clayton decided to brush it off, but the next day, the strange activity returned. This time, it targeted him during an all-night gaming session, with the door opening and closing repeatedly, shaking his nerves. Deciding to leave the haunted place behind, Clayton planned to move, though it would take a week. 3 days into the process, something else happened.
I was literally just on the phone talking to my family about this.
Late one evening, familiar knocking sounds echoed through the house. Knocks Clayton knew all too well. Soon after, the same door as before slammed open and shut on its own. Hoping to gather proof of the poltergeist, Clayton cautiously moved toward the source, but found no one near the doorway. This event solidified his growing belief in the supernatural forces haunting his home. With 4 more nights until he could move out, Clayton decided to endure in silence, doing his best to ignore the entity. Unfortunately for Clayton, the spirit had other plans. One night, it caused chaos throughout the entire house, making him panic and run around at 2 in the morning. Too scared to speak for fear of making the already angry presence worse, he quietly recorded the chaos, capturing every unsettling moment. Although it was a terrifying experience for Clayton, the footage he recorded gives a chilling look into the horrors that can happen when you're at the mercy of a relentless poltergeist. On March 2nd, 2025, a young woman named Jeanette started a new chapter by moving into a new apartment. She eagerly filmed every part of her move, documenting each step of unpacking and setting up furniture. Little did she know, just days later, her camera would capture strange events that would leave her and those following her story deeply disturbed. Jeanette's fear grew worse. In a rush to get away, she grabbed her cat and stayed with a neighbor for the night, calling the police. The intruder was found and taken away quickly, but no one could explain the strange marks on the bed or the door that opened on its own, both of which were caught on video. The police didn't have any real answers, and she was left wondering if anything could truly keep her safe from things that made no sense. It all happened right between a green table and a bed against the wall like this.
It was right there between the green table and the bed against the wall like this.
No.
Oh my God.
Tell me how
Even now, Jeanette still feels uneasy in her new apartment. There haven't been any more break-ins, but the strange things that happened still stay on her mind. People watching her story are split. Some think it's a ghost, while others try to find a more normal reason. As she keeps sharing what happens, one question remains. What's going on in that place? And will she ever feel truly safe in her own home? This video was filmed on January 12, 2017, and shows what looks like a simple bouncy ball inside a basketball decoration. At first glance, everything looks fine, but something's off. You're about to find out why.
Ahora también se hizo basquetbolista y te... Ahora también se hizo basquetbolista. Creo que biencito se ve. Andá esa que está moviendo. Andá esa que está moviendo, te digo. No se sabe quién es. Mira, mira. Qué lo parió, ¿eh?
At first, the video looks like a normal one. Since balls are round, it's expected that they would roll on a flat surface like a black tabletop. But as the clip goes on, the ball starts acting in odd ways. It stops and starts moving again, almost like something unseen is controlling it. Normally, a ball should keep rolling in one direction unless something gets in the way. What's even stranger is that after stopping, it appears to be pushed again, as if being guided to keep moving in a certain direction. Then, it starts spinning in tight, steady circles, something that shouldn't happen unless something is physically touching it. So what's making it move like this? Was it a spirit? This video goes beyond typical paranormal activity. Mike started by showing a dirty doll. While speaking, the door behind him slammed shut. Instead of checking, he kneeled, held up the doll, and did some strange rituals. From there, he went into the abandoned house with the doll, which seemed to be the source of the poltergeist activity. The doll kept moving on its own when he wasn't looking, like it was being moved by a ghost.
Cara do céu, cê é louco! Peço licença aqui no local, correto?
In the end, he quickly ends his investigation and runs out of the abandoned house. Was the doll possessed, or is there another explanation? You decide. On a remote corner of the internet, a user named NoSignal1/137 posted something cryptic. The post reads, "Last night, my friends and I were going through my old YouTube channel. We watched my first video, first-person flips on Trampoline, and saw something I can't explain. Someone was sitting cross-legged behind a table near my trampoline, with the table blocking their face. I remember being outside alone when I recorded the video. Cliché, I know. But what I can't explain is a dark protrusion that moves upward when I pan toward it. Strangely, the screen also turns blue whenever my camera points in that direction. The black protrusion might just be from camera quality, or it might be something in the background. Luckily, I still have the video. If you're skeptical, just watch it."
It's called a backbone backflip. But what you do for this, you jump on your back. You jump onto your back and then do a backflip. All right, here we go. Alright, so I did that. I might not do all the tricks I know in this video, but...
Did anyone notice it? Watch closely. There's a figure at the edge of the frame that's hard to explain. In the video, some people think it's just a stray reflection, while others believe a person, unnoticed by the uploader, might have slipped into view. But for those who think there's something more sinister, this could be a real glimpse of the unknown. Could a friend or family member have been just out of sight, only showing up on camera? Or does this eerie silhouette suggest something darker, like a supernatural presence in an everyday setting? Whatever the truth, the debate continues. As you watch, keep your eyes open and decide for yourself if a normal explanation fits the moment. A violent lightning storm is raging outside Amanda Knowles' home in Iowa when she looks out her front window and sees something very unsettling.
Please tell me y'all see this. Just watch. Watch straight out into that yard. Look, you see it? Look. And it happens again. Look. Look. See? Man, I'm telling you right now. Ignore my dogs. But look, man, I think it's time to move.
Standing still across the street, lit up by lightning flashes, is a strange white figure. It appears suddenly, lingering on the grass before disappearing as quickly as it came, blending into the darkness of the stormy night. Some viewers think the storm's electrical charge might have temporarily created this ghostly presence. Whatever the reason, Amanda admits the sight left her deeply disturbed, and it's easy to understand why. Leo's kitchen seems to be haunted, with strange things happening mostly there. The cabinets open and close by themselves, and knives try to jump out of the drawer. A ghostly face appears, and the paranormal activity doesn't stop at night. Spirits are active during the day too, opening the fridge and cabinets. Even the garbage can and lights are being tampered with.
Alguma coisa assim. Bom, como vocês podem ver, minha mãe já tá dormindo. Trancada ali. Dessa vez eu fechei a janela. Muito estranho, gente. Aí. Isso aqui, gente, não é a primeira vez que acontece, não. Tá vendo ali? Deus, que arrepio que me dá. Olha isso aqui. E fecha devagarzinho, cara. Ai, que medo que dá. Aqui não tem nada.
barulho foi esse? Não tô com coragem de ir lá olhar, não.
The things happening in the kitchen make it seem like he's dealing with the paranormal, or maybe there's a simple explanation. Let me know what you think in the comments. Shiro and his friend decided to explore an abandoned village in the mountains of Japan, despite multiple warnings to leave. They ignored the signs, like tapping on their car windows and gravel being thrown at them. Shiro called his friend to say it was time to go, but his friend didn't understand. They went to the village, entering through tunnels. At the end of the tunnel, they saw a shadowy figure, possibly a ghost. Inside the village, they saw more ghostly figures, some behind doors and others in the distance.
水多分水だと思う。わかんない。
真後ろビビった戻るか。戻った方がいいと思う。どうしよう、ちょっと待って。さっきから近づいてきてるよ。近づいてきてるって何？なんか戻るか。戻った方がいいと思う。ちょっと待って。どうしよう、ちょっと待って。
ついてる気がする。今カーテンだよね今。うん。
動いた？
今カーテンだよね今。
わかんない。いやでも人の痕跡めちゃくちゃあるわ。
緊張してきた。
どうやって落とす？どうやって落とす？ダメ。なんだろうこれ。このモンスター。ごめんください。開いたんだけど。うわ。うわ。
あ、日本人形。
え、何この少女怖っ。
そう。ここのだよ。
いや、テイさん、この絵見て。
待てよ。ちょっと出ましょう。ちょっと、さすがに、
失礼します。
ちょっと、どいて。やだ。
いや、動物じゃね？なんでかなと。
お邪魔しました。本当にすいません。
でもさ、そういえばさ、ここさ、墓なくね？
あ、確かに。
普通廃村って墓あるもんな、大体どっかに。
まあ。
マジでないんだよ、墓が。
Are these figures warnings of a ghostly presence, or is it all a well-planned hoax? This investigation takes place in an old, abandoned, demolished house, mainly in the kitchen. A plate suddenly moved, and Manio saw it. It was right in front of him. Then some banana-shaped objects dropped to the floor. The door was open, and no one was there. When Manio walked in to check, the door slammed shut behind him. So did the window.
Se está moviendo eso. ¿Viste cómo se movió la puerta? Mira, otra vez, mira. ¿Lo viste?
Ey, está bien pesado eso.
¿Sí lo viste?
Mira los piecitos.
Wanda Vargas, besotes para ella, muchísimas gracias por sus estrellas. ¿Vieron lo que pasó aquí, amigos? Queremos verte. Se movió eso. ¿Viste cómo se movió? Está bien fuerte eso. ¿Estás aquí? Está bien fuerte. Mira, aventaron algo, sí. Aventaron algo. ¿Hay alguien aquí? Mira, otra vez. A la madre. Y apenas voy entrando aquí a la casa. Mira. Uy. ¿Hay alguien adentro? Mira, ¿hay alguien adentro? Alguien está adentro, Clarín. Alguien está adentro. ¿Hay alguien adentro? Mira. Uy.
Acá corrieron.
Sí, corrió alguien. ¿Hay alguien aquí? Eso fue una persona, mira. Mira, se movió esa puerta. Uy. ¿Qué es? Mira. Ay. Uy, se cerró. ¿Quieres que nos vayamos? Uy. Sí, están golpeando por atrás de la pared. ¿Quieres que nos vayamos? Uy. Uy, el vidrio, sí. Es el vidrio. Es el vidrio, Clarín. Es en el vidrio. Es aquí en el vidrio, mira. ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Por qué estás aquí? ¿Alguien está golpeando el vidrio? ¡Ay! Se movió la puerta, se movió la ventana. ¿Escuchas? ¿Escuchaste? Quiero que te manifiestes y estás aquí con nosotros. ¡Ay! ¿Lo viste? Lo cerró. La acabo de cerrar. Oye, esto es bien feo, esto,
Mira una silueta atrás de la ventana esa que caminó para allá.
Si está alguien ahí, mira, fue una silueta. Ahí están las manos, ahí están las manos, ahí están las manos. Ahí están las manos marcadas, mira, ahí están las manos marcadas, mira, ahí están las manos marcadas.
Do you think this place is really haunted, or is there another explanation? Meet Baz, a man working at a storage facility. His role was to handle late-night dispatches, which didn't happen very often. However, Baz had no idea he wasn't the only one in the building that night.
Güey, yo por esto les digo que a mí no me gusta quedarme en la oficina solo. La neta, qué mala onda, güey, que se fueron, güey. Les pedí que me esperaran. A mí ya me habían pasado estas cosas. La neta, no se vale. Güey. Ahí va. ¡Ey! Ay, güey. ¡Ey! ¿Quién anda ahí? Le voy a marcar a la policía, ¿eh? Esto es propiedad privada. ¡Ay, güey! ¡Ey! ¡Ey! ¡Tú, ven acá! Yo ya voy a pagar todo y yo ya me voy. La neta no es justo, güey. Ustedes me vuelven a hacer esto y yo les renuncio, güey. Ya vámonos a dormir. Yo no estoy para estos jugueteos.
In the video, a series of strange and creepy events happen one after another. Baz ends up running around trying to deal with a playful spirit for what feels like a long time. You'd think going through something like that would be more than enough for one night, but sadly, Baz's boss didn't see it that way. He was fired for not finishing his tasks on time, with no understanding of what he had just gone through. Pretty unfair, right? A family living in the Brazilian countryside has been dealing with a strange situation they think might be supernatural. Now and then, they feel a burning sensation and notice scratch marks on their bodies. They've also seen a glowing orange orb moving around their property. The family believes something is roaming the area, and one night, they were able to catch proof of it.
Olha lá, aquele show de calça comprida lá, branca lá. Ó, você tá vendo, pai? Calça comprida branca lá, ó. Lá não pega a bicha lá dela, olha lá, pô, tá cego. Tá vendo pertinho? Tá pertinho dele, tio? Tá pertinho dele, tio? Não, tio. Olha lá com coisa de. Olha lá, ó. Parece um negocinho de. Ei! Olha!
Pega! Ei! Solta! Porque eu sei o que aconteceu. Quando ele foi se defender, gente, era só pano. Ele jogou o pano no chão, tipo, só parece. Gente, eu não tenho explicação. Caralho, não tem explicação. Eu queria que a câmera do meu celular tivesse melhor. Não tem explicação, porque eu vi. Não tem explicação. Vocês pensam que alguém correndo na direção dele de branco, o pano se desfaz. Gente, não. O meu celular, na hora, ficou a tela toda branca. Eu não consegui mais gravar. Vocês entendem? Não consegui mais gravar. Meu celular ficou a tela branca. Cortou a tela do meu celular. Não sei te explicar. Não consegui mais gravar.
Olha debaixo da porta. Eu sei que é um asylum. Acho que é a mamãe. É a mamãe. É a mamãe, é?
Ih, miséria, vai-se embora. Não, deixa eu ir, mas tem que mandar ela se embora. Não tem porque ela ficar aí. Vai-se embora, minha filha, vá.
Não abre, não.
Vai-se embora, minha filha, vá.
Tá aqui já, pai.
Ó, a bicha tá aqui já. Ei, vai-se embora, minha filha. Não.
Eu vou olhar, tá aí. Olha, embaixo da porta, lá, presta atenção embaixo da porta.
Ih, porra, olha.
Coloca algum pano.
Eu vou passar aqui na coisa fotógrafa. Eu vou abrir aqui, ela vai abrir lá, correr lá.
Menino. Não faça isso não, fecha.
Vai entrar com.
Ei. Olha a mão na boca.
Olha a porta.
Tá aqui, tio, tá tentando abrir aqui, ó.
Tá repreendido.
Eita, para com isso.
Ei, melhor entrar.
She says that what they saw was only a piece of cloth shaped like a person. When the man ran at it to keep everyone safe, the cloth just fell to the ground like any regular fabric. At that exact moment, her phone screen turned all white and stopped recording. A strange, glowing light also showed up and started moving toward their house, which scared them. Later that night, they managed to catch the light again from far away. They now think that by opening the door, they might have accidentally let the presence inside. The family believes the strange activity could be caused by a Machina Pereira, a witch from Brazilian folklore said to be able to turn into different animals. These kinds of events are usually reported in quiet countryside areas. In the next video, you'll see a team of paranormal investigators called Memorable Supernatural Inc. They were asked to check out a building where many people had reported strange activity over the last month. The situation had become so intense that someone needed to step in and find out what was going on. The team was chosen because they had a strong reputation, plenty of experience with similar cases, and offered reasonable prices, making them a good fit for this kind of investigation. Even though it was expected to be a routine case, what happened during their visit turned out to be far from normal.
Ô, Lúcio, quer me matar do susto, velho? Rapaz do céu, mano. Eu ri, Lu, porque eu tô aqui, pessoal. Essa claridade pega no meu, eu não consigo ver. Igual da outra vez, ó. A luz pega, eu não consigo ver, pessoal. Não adianta o negócio aqui, fica no olho, ó. Eu não consigo ver. Rapaz do céu, moço. Rapaz, você é louco, moço. Pessoal, vou ser sincero pra vocês, cara. O coração quase voou na boca agora, mano. Você é louco? Olha, minha nossa. Olha isso. Cara do céu. Olha isso. Olha isso. Olha isso, cara. Impressionante. Isso aqui abriu, cara. Abriu aqui, ó. Rapaz. Você é louco? Ô, Lúcio, você vai fazer o seguinte, você vai tirar essa camiseta. Pera aí, não tira não. Você vai pôr outra camiseta aqui, ó. Toma essa aqui. Você vai pôr essa aqui mesmo. Pega essa aí, você vai tirar. Não, tira aí não. Eu não posso filmar, senão só vai me dar problema aqui no YouTube. Você vai tirar essa camiseta, você põe essa outra. Pelo que tá acontecendo aqui, entendeu? Pode ser que seja algo na roupa.
At one point, a cabinet suddenly opened and closed by itself. No one was nearby, and there was no clear reason for it to move. The investigator checked inside the cabinet, hoping to find an explanation, but it was empty. There was no wind, no drafts, nothing that could have caused such a strong movement. It became obvious to him that something supernatural was going on. He quickly stopped recording and sent the video to his boss, who was putting together a report for their clients. While the footage was convincing, it was only the start of what they would experience. Later that day, after taking a short break, a strange event happened that left even the most seasoned ghost hunters confused.
Tira a camiseta aí, ok, Lúcio? Isso, vai com jeito, tira a camiseta. É isso, Lúcio. Tá dando certo aí? Não tá. Não posso filmar você tirando, tá certo. É isso. Bom, Lúcio tá com outra camiseta agora, pessoal. Opa, cadê a camiseta, Lúcio? Cadê a camiseta, velho? Cadê a camiseta? Aonde, moço? Aonde, velho? Rapaz, caça aí, cadê a camiseta? Moço, onde foi parar? Isso que eu posto aqui a camiseta, eu troquei por ele aqui.
Pode ver ali, ó. Não tá ali. Ai, meu Deus.
Minha nossa, dá uma olhada aí atrás.
Aí.
Olha isso, pessoal. Cara do céu, velho. Arrasta o sofá.
All of a sudden, a carpet that had been neatly placed on a sofa flew off and landed on the floor. The two investigators were shocked and immediately called the rest of the team to come see what had happened, but by the time the others got there was no sign of what had taken place. Only the video remained. Even so, the team felt they had enough proof to say the house was haunted. They decided to try one last time to get rid of the spirit.
Ela não queria perder momento aqui. Você sentiu algo aqui agora? Quem é que está aqui neste lugar? O que você sentiu, Lúcio?
Calafrio, parece que tinha algo perto atrás de mim.
O que é isso? O que é que você está sentindo?
Calafrio, uma coisa esquisita, parece que tem algo.
Tá tremendo a mão, Lúcio? Olha o jeito da vela, cara. É torta ou não é, pessoal? O meu nome é Ulisses Deadline. E eu sei que minha presença desloca espíritos obscuros de lugares e cantos como esse. Quem é que está aqui? Opa, que é isso? Que é isso? Rapaz! Minha nossa, vocês viram o jeito que mexeu isso aqui, cara? Cara, é impressionante. Minha nossa. Você é louco? Lúcio, calma, Lúcio. Calma. Eu vou estar fazendo uma limpeza aqui no local. Cara, eu tô inteiro arrepiado, cara. É impressionante ou não é? É impressionante ou não é? Olha isso. Olha isso. Rapaz. Deixa eu ficar com isso aqui, ó. Eu vou estar fazendo uma limpeza aqui neste local. Nós vamos estar fazendo uma limpeza aqui nesse local, Lúcio. Cara, é impressionante ou não é? Você é louco pra mim, deu.
The team set up their gear in the kitchen and started a ritual to try to talk to the spirit and figure out why it was haunting the house. But things quickly got out of hand. As the ritual began, chairs in the room started moving on their own. This was a bad sign. When trying to talk to a spirit, it's seen as dangerous if the spirit starts moving things without being asked. The chairs moving showed that the spirit was angry, so the group decided to stop the session. In the quiet stillness of the night, Ricky felt pulled back to the empty ruins. As he walked through the dark remains, he came across a creepy mystery hiding inside.
Buenas noches. ¿Quién vive? ¿Qué es eso, mamá? No mames. ¡Ey! ¿Están viendo lo mismo que yo estoy viendo? ¿Qué es eso? No mames. ¡Ah, la bestia! ¿Lo están viendo? Acércate. No mames, ¿qué es eso? Le están saliendo alas. No te pases de... Oh, no te pases. Ay, güey.
As he continued his investigation, Ricky suddenly saw a shadowy figure outside. At first, he thought it was a person and tried to call out, but his voice was swallowed by the silence. Driven by both curiosity and fear, he rushed closer to find out what the figure was. But when he reached the spot, it had disappeared into thin air. What was this strange sight? The mystery is now yours to solve. A man from Russia had become increasingly convinced that his house was haunted by restless spirits. Strange occurrences had been happening for months, and after seeking help from a local priest, he was told that he needed solid evidence before anyone could bless his home. Determined to capture proof of the paranormal activity, he set up alternating cameras in the living room and kitchen, hoping to record something tangible. The footage he collected was both perplexing and chilling. From the books flying off shelves to objects seemingly shifting by themselves, it was clear that something was amiss. However, the most bizarre part of the footage involved a pair of Crocs shoes that seemed to move on their own. The footage of the Crocs traveling across the floor from the shoe cupboard to the next room left the man utterly confused. Why would a spirit focus so much attention on a pair of shoes? It didn't make sense. But after recording the strange events, the man decided to share the footage with his priest and also posted it online. What he did next was even stranger. He attempted to sell the haunted Crocs online. The story of these cursed shoes caught the attention of many people, though most of them were skeptical of the claim. Nevertheless, the man's efforts to sell haunted Crocs became an unusual twist in his quest to make sense of the supernatural events plaguing his home. Alex, a young adult who had recently inherited his grandmother's house, was both thankful and sad about the gift. He had been struggling financially since finishing college, and the house was a much-needed help. Although he appreciated the property, Alex couldn't shake the sadness from losing his grandmother, with whom he had been very close. Little did he know that his grandmother's spirit was still nearby, watching over him.
Different, scary activity has happened, and I'm hearing what sounds like somebody walk around on the floorboards. As I'm up here, I can feel the pressure of steps landing around me. I don't really know what's going on. It just seems pretty crazy to me. I don't know. This is not what I signed up for when I got this house.
One day, while walking upstairs, Alex noticed a silhouette in the doorway of one of the rooms. It was a clear and unmistakable shape that looked exactly like his grandmother. After reviewing the footage, Alex was even more convinced that he had captured his grandmother's spirit on film. When he showed the video to his family, they brushed it off as a result of his grief, suggesting it was just a reflection or a shadow, but Alex wasn't so sure. He truly believed that what he saw was real. Was it just his grief playing tricks on him, or did he capture his grandmother's ghost? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Hugo, a devoted single dad and full-time doctor, had to juggle his busy job while raising his twin daughters. The girls, always curious, often asked him questions about life, death, and the supernatural. One night, they told him about a strange woman who visited their room and kissed them goodnight. Surprised and unsure, Hugo told them it was just their guardian angel. But as the weeks went by, the girls said the visits were happening less often. The angel who once comforted them seemed to have disappeared, and this made Hugo uneasy. Curious and a bit worried, he decided to look into it.
¿Qué pasa, Sansa? Deja venir el ruido. Ey, 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 ey. ¿Qué mierda? Ey, ey. Vete de mi casa. Ey, ey, ey. ¿Qué fue eso? Ey, andate de mi casa, no quiero que estés acá, andate, andate. ¿Qué es eso? Escuchá, escuchá, escuchá. No puede ser, no puede ser. Concha de la lora. Ey, 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 andate de mi casa. La puta madre, lo único que me falta ahora.
One night, Hugo stayed up, keeping an eye on his daughter's room. What happened next was terrifying. As he stood there, he heard movement coming from their room. He quickly took out his phone and started recording, wanting to find out what was happening. What he saw was something no father ever wants to witness. Something dark was in the room with his daughters. Shaken by what he had recorded, Hugo knew he had to call an exorcist. Even though he hoped it might be the spirit of his late wife, he was afraid that something more dangerous was involved. The thought that an evil presence might be in their home made it clear he had to act fast. His only focus now was protecting his daughters. A man was walking home alone after not being able to find a ride. The streets were empty and something felt off. As the unease grew, he decided to go live on TikTok to feel less alone. But halfway through his walk, something strange started following him. When he turned around, the night took a terrifying turn. Here's what his camera captured.
Oye, ¿tú? Hermano, ¿este perro negro? Mano. ¿Saben qué? ¿Qué hace? Ven, ven, te vas a caer. Mano, este no es un perro, mano. Este es un aviso de algo, huevón. Poco, huevón, ¿ah? Ven, 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 mi rey, ¿qué es ahí? Mano, este de atrás. Mano, este de atrás está bien sospechoso, huevón. Este huevón está bien sospechoso. Voy a seguir avanzando, ¿ok? No, no voy a correr, hermano. Espérate, todavía no voy a correr. Eran choros, hermano. Ya sé, hermano, ya sé, pero por eso te digo. Es el perro. El perro se convirtió en humano. ¿Qué hablan, mano? Oh, mano, a la firme, ¿saben qué? Ya no está, huevón. Aguanta, ya no está, huevón. Madre, ya no está. Miren, está muy extraño todo, mano. Gracias, Miguel, chico. Mano. Oh, mano, escúcheme. Mano, este pata estaba arriba, huevón. Mano, escúcheme. Mano, mira cómo traspasa su cuerpo. ¿Vieron? Oye, ¿qué fue, huevón? Está todo transparente, huevón.
During the live stream, a black dog started following him. At first, it seemed harmless, but suddenly it vanished without a sound or a trace. Moments later, a man appeared behind him, walking in the same direction. He didn't speak, just quietly moved in the distance. And like the dog, he also disappeared, even though they were on an open road with nowhere to hide. The creepiest part came when the man reached a bridge. Another figure showed up. Instead of turning around, he used his front camera to capture something chilling. A see-through figure fading away, drifting over the edge like a ghost heading into the water. Whatever followed him that night wasn't human. Late one night, while home alone, a man heard knocking at his door. Thinking it might be a neighbor, or maybe even a nervous burglar, he checked, but no one was there. A few days later, strange noises returned. After a brief, light-hearted exchange with his cat, White, the situation quickly escalated. A loud noise from the bathroom made him spin around, just in time to see the half-open door slam shut by itself. When he rushed to investigate, no explanation could be found. But the most chilling moment came when he turned back toward the living room. A shadow figure sprinted into the kitchen. As he raced after it and turned on the lights, a vessel was thrown to the floor, ending the night in sheer terror.
Tem alguém aí? Foi você, Branca? Quem tá aí? Ai! Ai! Alexa, liga a luz do banheiro, Alexa.
Tudo bem.
Não pode ser. Ai! Quem tá aí? Oi! Oh.
How do you escape something that knows your home better than you do? Some investigators just can't help themselves, especially in cemeteries. In this video, Mario uses a basic phone app to try to detect spirits. The real fear came from the gate at a burial site he was investigating. Suddenly, the gate began shaking violently, as if whatever spirit rested there was warning him to leave. Whether it was the app or pure bad luck, one thing was clear: something didn't want to be disturbed.
Para acá, amigo, vamos a poner es como Kinect, ¿va? Vamos a poner Kinect, amigos. Aquí lo voy a poner, Clary, mira. Aquí donde transmití en otra página, aquí estaba. Si estás aquí, quiero que te manifiestes. Quiero que me des una señal que estás aquí. Demuéstrame lo que estás aquí. Uy. ¿Dónde estás? Mira, mira, mira. Uy. Uy, mamá. Laura Nava, muchísimas gracias por sus estrellas. ¿Cómo te llamas? Aquí debe estar, Fernando, aquí debe estar, güey. Mira, ¿ya ves? Mira, mira, mira. Sí, ya ves, aquí está, mira. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¡Y todo, Clary, ven! Mira, mira, mira. Demuéstrame que estás aquí. Ahí está bailando, mira. ¿Se podrá poner flash en este, Clary? ¿O es reprendido?
Ey, aquí fue donde se logró captar la mujer.
Sí, y allá atrás, sí, en esta parte. Y ahí pasó algo, ¿viste?
Mira, mira. Ey, pero eso pasó muy rápido.
Sí, pasó muy rápido. ¿En qué parte estás? Mira, mira. ¿Me puedes decir cómo te llamas? Mira, aquí anda, mira. Mira.
Mira, mira, mira.
Ahí está, mira. ¿Lo viste?
¿Qué fue eso?
¿Lo viste, güey? Uy, ya no está, mira. Mira aquí.
Aquí anda hablando abajo.
Aquí anda abajo. Ponte para este lado.
Quiero que te...
Mira,
mira, mira, mira, mira, mira.
Uy, la está
Aquí
moviendo.
se mira, aquí se mira.
Sí, ahí se mira, está moviendo la puerta.
Se quita.
Está moviendo la puerta, mira, está moviendo la puerta. ¿Estás aquí?
Manifiéstate.
Aquí abajo anda algo.
¿Dónde? Mueve el teléfono para acá. Para acá. Para acá. No, para acá. Así como tengo yo, mira.
Saluditos para No agarra ya.
No agarra.
Mira, mira, mira,
mira. ¿El candado?
Sí, el candado como hace. Bajar, ¿viste?
Was this a genuine paranormal encounter or just some clever setup? On February 26, 2021, a Frenchman named Antoine was having a quiet day at home, simply taking care of his dog while his wife was at work. It was supposed to be a calm afternoon of watching TV and relaxing, but things took a different turn. Just 10 minutes after being alone, Antoine recorded something on camera, something so disturbing that he later said it made him afraid to ever be alone in that house again.
Il se passe encore des choses. Putain, il y a encore ce truc qui s'allumait. Putain, j'en ai marre. Y a quelqu'un ici? Oh putain! Qui est là?
It started with strange noises echoing through empty rooms, as if someone unseen was walking around. Trying to figure out where it was coming from, Antoine checked every room but found nothing, just silence. Then, out of nowhere, a loud crash startled him. A chair had been thrown to the ground by something invisible. Even though he was shaken, he told himself it was just a random incident. But just 2 days later, on February 28th, whatever was there came back, and this time, it was worse.
Bonsoir à tous. Toujours ces phénomènes. Ça se concentre dans la cuisine apparemment, donc je vais essayer de garder mon calme et essayer de communiquer avec l'entité ou je ne sais quoi qui s'y trouve. Il n'y a pas de trucage. Hein. Je préfère vous le dire parce qu'il y a beaucoup de sceptiques dans les commentaires. Donc bonsoir. Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un ici? Ok. Merci. Est-ce que vous voulez vous montrer ou parler, s'il vous plaît? Ok. Je sais pas si faudrait parler ce genre d'esprit. Merci en tout cas.
This time, Antoine's wife was also home, though she was in the shower when the spirit made its move again. Pots clanged, cabinets shook, and the entire kitchen felt like it was full of angry energy. When she came out, Antoine showed her the creepy footage he captured on his phone. Now, the two of them have to face the fact that something like a poltergeist might be in their home. A guy was in a cemetery looking around, possibly hoping to catch something strange. He was following the sound of a child's voice, which he believed wasn't real, but something supernatural, like a ghost.
Adelante, ¿dónde estás? ¿Delante de dónde? Adelante, ¿de dónde estás? ¿Delante de dónde? Queremos verte, danos una señal que estás aquí con nosotros. Haznos un ruido. Mira, 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 mira. Aquí cayó, aquí cayó. Sí, aquí cayó, aquí cayó. Haznos un ruido. Esta flor, amigos, acaba de caer. Acaba de caer esta flor. Haznos un ruido y estás aquí. Mira, mira, mira. Uy. ¿Dónde estás? Sí, se están moviendo las rosas esas se están moviendo. La de acá se está moviendo más fuerte, mira, esa de aquí, mira. ¿La viste? Esa se está moviendo bien fuerte, mira. ¿Dónde estás, niño? Mira, mira, mira. Las está aventando, Clary, las está aventando. Mira, la va a sacar, la va a sacar, la va a sacar, mira, la va a sacar, la va a sacar. La va a sacar, amigos. La va a sacar. Manifiéstate, estás aquí. La va a sacar, amigos, la va a sacar. Chiquin. Hay alguien atrás parado, Clary. Ahí había alguien atrás parado con unos ojos blancos, brillosos. Uy, ¿viste? Allá andaba algo. ¿Dónde estás, niño? Pero ¿y dónde quedaron las flores, mira? Uy. Uy, alguien está hablando. Alguien está hablando, ¿eh? ¿Dónde estás, niño? La va a sacar, Clary, la va a sacar. ¿Dónde estás? Quiero que te manifiestes. Mira, y eso no salió. Niño, ¿qué es lo que necesitas? ¿De dónde salió esa?
Nomás estaba esa rusa.
¿De dónde salió esa, amigos? Acaba de salir. Esa acaba de salir. Esta que está aquí acaba de salir, ¿ya viste? Esa acaba de salir, amigos. Esa de aquí. ¿Dónde estás, niño? Queremos verte. ¿La vieron? Esa fue. Saludos para nuestro amigazo Jaime López. Muchas gracias por sus estrellas. Saludos para él, amigos. Aquí fue. ¿Dónde cayó? Mire que se levantó. Aquí, mire que se levantó. Sí lo alcancé a grabar.
Mira, agua adentro.
Sí lo alcancé a grabar. Se levantó esta, Clary. Se levantó esta.
Manches.
Sí se grabó. No, sí se grabó, amigos. Sí se le grabó que se levantó.
Uy.
¿Hay alguien?
He stopped near a mausoleum, and that's when it got strange. One flower rose on its own, then the others flew out of the pot like something unseen was moving them. The question is, who or what was there? Next up is a well-known paranormal team that investigates ghost activity around the world. The group in this video is based in the UK, and this case was different from their usual work. Normally, their YouTube channel shows them exploring haunted places like abandoned hospitals or old buildings, but this time, they filmed at the home of their friends, Dave and Jen. The couple had been dealing with strange things happening in their house for months. Luckily, they knew the Northern Paranormal team. Unfortunately, what the team found during their investigation was anything but lucky.
Hi gang, we're at Jed and Dave's house doing another investigation because things have been seen here last year when we was up here. And it was quite creepy, so we're just going to do another investigation now, a little one. See what we can find.
We're using the night vision camera on the SLS, so that's why they're still behind me, because we don't want to keep mapping them.
Exactly.
We want to see what we can map ourselves.
Have a look around the room, Dave. You never know. We caught some orbs in here last time I was up here.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see some orbs now.
Yeah. You never know.
We're back.
It's stuck on two of the K2 meter.
K2, what was that?
Yeah, we've got Jed behind us doing the K2 and he's got a couple of lights on it, you know, so we don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, all we can do is just keep going
so
past and see. Whoa!
What the hell? Did I just see something or am I imagining that?
I don't know, let's go.
What the hell? I don't know. It was, to me it looked like a face. Dave?
I thought I saw something.
That was really quick,
That was
really
better.
spooky.
That was.
I don't know, it seemed like a face, but I could be wrong. I won't say for definite.
What a face?
Yeah.
It seemed like one, yeah.
I don't talk bollocks. See the face?
I don't know, we'll have to look back on the video.
I'll have to review it, but that was really weird.
I thought I saw something.
Peering around the door.
Peering on the door.
Well, this is stuck on two.
I know we've got a towel here,
Yeah, this is stuck on two. The door.
but we've got a towel. Could it be that?
Well, no, because it never moved. It come out from the like a peekaboo and then went.
That's insane. I wasn't looking. I just saw it at the corner of my eye. I went back and I didn't see anything.
You're scared because something scared you because you look back. You thought you'd seen something.
Let's go check the kitchen.
Oh my God, what a house. Anyway.
Check the kitchen. Yeah, house. You sleep here tonight, mate.
Wow.
Well, the good thing is he's not picking up any like stick thingies, so we can use the actual, night vision. It's weird. We're gonna have to look back on that. I'm gonna have to look back on that.
Definitely have to review that footage. That was insane.
Quick check. Yeah, we know it's a towel. Yeah, we were in here, we were doing a quick zoom around. Check. Yeah, it's when I went past the door there. Oh, I know you. But yeah, I'm out.
This is stuck on two, this. It's glitching to 3 now.
I'm wondering if it's a towel. It has to be the towel. We're going to have to look back. We're going to have to look back, guys.
Right, well,
we're going to have to look back.
Come back later.
Right, so we'll come back later. I'll go back on the footage now. So I'm going to end the recording now. All right. Cheers.
If you look closely at the 51-second mark, you'll see something creepy, a ghostly face peeking around the door. It's hard to deny that Dave and Jen's house was haunted. At first, the team didn't fully believe it and tried to explain it away, even blaming the carpet. But after watching the footage again, they had to face the truth. Something dark was in that house. A month later, Dave and Jen moved out, realizing it just wasn't safe to stay. Spirits are known for sneaking into people's homes, and the next encounter nearly perfected this skill. An entity invaded the home of James's aunt, a university student who had recently set up a nanny cam in her bedroom for safety. She wanted her family to be able to check on her as she got older. What James didn't expect was that the concern would shift from his aunt to something far more sinister. One afternoon, James checked the camera to see how his aunt was doing, only to find something far more unsettling. Take a look for yourself.
I don't know if I'm seeing or tripping, but check this out. So this is my aunt's son's room, right? There's no one in here. Right? Nothing. Closet. Nothing. Got a nanny camera in here. Alright, now tell me, right on the monitor here, tell me that doesn't look like someone standing in the room. Like I've checked, like went back and forth 3 times, and So, okay. Nothing, right? Like, what the I do not want to go back in there. You have an idea? This, like, right here. And put this right here. Alright. Okay, I saw a ball in the other room. I'm gonna go grab it. Okay. Make sure it's clear. Alright, let's see how this goes. Okay, alright. There is definitely something in there.
James, standing in the doorway, had no idea the ghost was there, but the nanny cam caught it. The fact that the camera saw the spirit while James didn't must have been scary for him. James suggested that his aunt take his room, and he would sleep on the couch. They locked the door behind them, but the ghost stayed there, waiting for its next chance to show itself. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.